So there's a pretty common misconception that I had and many people have about what vulnerability actually is. The consensus seems to be that it should look meek, humble, and harmless. And that's probably true if what you repressed in childhood were more meek, humble, and harmless emotions like hurt, grief, or guilt. But for those of us who repressed anger, meek, humble, and harmless were the states that we defaulted to in order to stay safe from our buried emotions. In other words, our seeming vulnerability was fake. Fake in the same way that those who repress hurt and sadness are when they overcompensate and default to states like anger or toughness or big and blustery in order to stay safe from what's buried. This is why it's so important to identify what you primarily repress in KI, because if not, we'll be bamboozling ourselves. The anger repressors will assume that being vulnerable means being meek, humble, and harmless, and the hurt repressors will assume that being authentic means being tough and direct and strong, when really in both cases the opposite is true. Now, if we could redefine vulnerability and authenticity as bringing what's buried to the light or making the unconscious conscious, that would be much closer to the truth. This would mean for anger repressors having your anger online and on display, and for hurt repressors having your hurt online and on display. Now, this usually isn't possible without some kind of work that targets emotional repression in the body, which is a force that is dead set on keeping anger offline and off display for anger repressors and vice versa for hurt repressors. This repression is so strong that in many, if not most cases, it lasts for someone's entire lifetime because it's a survival mechanism. It's the way that we learned in childhood to stay safe and to get love. And fortunately, it also happens to be the root of suffering. So if you're lucky enough for things to get really bad, there are tools available to reverse and resolve emotional repression so you can come into true vulnerability and authenticity. So if things have gotten really bad, do yourself a favor and visit repressiontest.com.